Hey traders, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at Peloton Interactive. This is that company that does those bikes that was all the rage back in 2021. And as you can see, this thing went as high as $170 a share. And now it has fallen from its high to as low as, I think it was about $2.21. And I still wanted to start on the weekly chart because you could see how we're kind of confined in this descending parallel. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger now because inside it, there's some interesting price action. So here you can see we went up, touched the end, had this this high wick, and then we came down, touched it down here, came up, kind of kissed it down here, came back up to it, and we have this kind of look going on. And to me, this looks like a cup and handle with a descending broadening wedge. So oh, and the other thing is it held this median line very, very well on the weekly chart, which I like. So now let's get into the daily, and I want to take a deeper look at a couple of these things and show you kind of what I'm seeing. So this cup and handle pattern looks really, really good overall. You can see we got to the top of it here, had some overthrows, which went to the top of the channel, came back in, and now we're forming this broadening wedge. I love descending broadening wedges, especially off a cup like so. And again, the fact that it held this median line is very, very nice. Now, a couple other things. You also have this inverse head and shoulders here, which you could see failed twice as well, kind of like over here. So this is interesting. Provided and assuming that it can hold this level, right? Again, these are assumptions. Provided and assuming that it can hold kind of this level here, which it did. It came back, retested it here, retested it a second time, went up. Now it's retesting a third time, and we got a pretty decent close the last couple of days, a good close today. So let's look at our RSI. Another thing I like is how the RSI has got down, so stochastics are curling up. Regular RSI is curling up, and we're just hitting that 47 mark. So this thing has a lot to run, but I wouldn't go out and just buy this one blindly. This one can definitely disappoint. It can come back down here, and you can lose 50% of your money. So you got to be careful about on this one. If I played it, I'd put in a tight stop. Again, I'm just putting this on your radar, guys, as educational, as education only. No financial advice ever is given on my channel. It's only for educational purposes and to show you kind of what I'm seeing in the charts and what I potentially am doing in my own portfolio. Now, with that being said, I have not entered a trade on this. What I would be interested in doing is, you know, if we get one more candle close that looks healthy, I might go into a very, very small position. For me, very, very small is like a 25% of 1%. So 0.0 or 0.25. So very, very small. Not even a 0.5% allocation. And I would watch this, and I'd have a really tight stop under here. So you know, you're risking 10% to get potentially a lot here. So the risk-reward ratio is fantastic. And then what I would be doing is I'd be looking for a breakout, something like this, where we broke out of the descending wedge, we come up, kiss the top of this. Now that's a pretty big move. You've got $2 in gain from $6.50 to, you know, almost $9. But what I would be looking for, and the real key here, is buying that retrace. So to me, I would again, I may like I said, dabble with something very, very small here, but I would have a tight stop. And the real play here and the good entry, in my humble opinion, is this back test of this breakout horizontal support or resistance rather, and then the back test of this descending wedge. That, if we did something like this, go up to 9, come back down to this 750 range, that's the entry spot, guys. So let me show you that. Let me put a little circle on this bad boy. And let's move that down. Boom. So that's my entry. That's the right play here. Keep this one on your radar. Keep this on your watch list. I think, you know, with small caps doing what they're about to do, I think based on the IWM and some of that price action, we had a nice retest on the inverse head and shoulders on the IWM of key support, and we held 2 days in a row, and a nice close today above the high of yesterday, which was a very nice candle. So IWM, in my opinion, I think is going higher. So this is why I'm looking for small caps to identify opportunities as they exist. So again, sharing this, putting this on your radar, put it on your watch list. If you guys like the content in this video and the analysis, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, tick that little bell, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys. Cheers.